Most people don't pray because they don't see success. And on the one hand, they are right, completely right. Why should I make something when I don't see success? At the first glance, it is completely logical, but there's also a second glance and a third glance. And this is what we will do in this video. And believe me, you will something here that you never heard in your life. Therefore, it was a good decision to click on this video. And we all know this. Making a tangible work, we get a result. But praying is something strange. This mental work or this spiritual work. How can we really see the success? And which success belongs to a prayer? This is starting to get very vague. But we will dive into it. And I can understand these people. Why should I pray when I don't see success? We are success-oriented people. When we see success, we do it. If you work for someone and don't get your salary or the money you expect in return, you will never do anything for this person. Effort should lead to result. Clear fact. And I think we can understand this better when we bring an analogy. For example, you want to play the violin. You want beautiful music from the instrument. You never learned to play the violin. Then you get the violin and this scratchy sound. This is not a good song. And you try it, but soon you will give up because as much as you try, this song is not beautiful. And then you leave the violin in the corner, as always. So what was the problem? The only problem was that you can't play the violin because you never learned to play the violin. Because if you had your lessons for some years, you would be able to play beautiful songs. First, beginner songs, small songs, then bigger songs, then even bigger songs, and you will become more and more advanced. And when you learned to play the violin, you get the violin, you play, and the success comes right away. And believe me, the same goes for praying. When we pray and don't see the success, this means in reality, you never learned praying. We cannot play the guitar without ever learning it. Only noise will come out of the guitar. We must have learned to play the guitar to produce any kind of music. Classical music, rock music, jazz music, and the same goes with praying. Praying is not just talking some sentences. For praying, we need a certain mindset. We need a certain awareness. Several steps are necessary that we can use our mind, our focus, our awareness to build a desire, to build the right foundation for the desire, to find the right place where we are heading our prayer to. A certain inner mood is necessary. Humbleness, no expectation. This is a very big part. And on the other hand, endurance and patience. A mindset of harmony, not stress, not anger. That's a parallel like meditation. If you never learned meditation, then you can't bring yourself in the right state to do this. But praying is so powerful. This brings us so close to our Creator and His endless potential that becomes your potential. There are so many things that we can unleash with a prayer, where normal, tangible work will never do anything. We tap into resources, we tune into resources that we can't see without the right mindset. And for all the people that learned to pray, they for sure will get the success in praying. And they know, I make this and I get results. And they know very well where the results come from. There is no doubt. And now you might have the question in your head, so now learn us how to pray. But sorry, I can't learn you how to pray in this video. The same as I can't learn you how to play the piano or the violin or the guitar or the flute in this video. This is a process. We have to start small and expand, get better and better, like learning a musical instrument. This is a good parallel. So when you say praying is so diffuse, I think I can do it, but I think this doesn't bring results. For sure, you never learned how to pray. Because normally at school, we don't learn how to pray. And at home with your parents, you probably didn't learn how to pray. Probably the parents didn't know either how to pray. And unfortunately, when people go to church, they also don't learn how to pray. They learn to repeat some sentences. But just repeating some sentences is not the inner work that happens, that we become in our awareness on this mindset where we are able to pray. Because praying does not only work with loud words. You can pray mentally. It is a mental work. We can do it loud. But first, it's a mental work. I would like you to think on this. And when you really have the desire to learn to pray, because you feel that this unleashes an endless potential, then I suggest go and find someone where you can learn to pray, where you can learn to get the mindset to execute a perfect prayer. Because as any other skill, there are laws in praying. There's a law in playing the piano, the violin, the flute, the guitar. This is a process, and one comes after the other. And if you don't know all these steps in prayer, you didn't learn how to pray. Sorry. Good that you saw this video. Now you can reflect on this and question yourself. Did you really learn how to pray? Are you really aware of all these steps that are necessary to say, when I do this mental work, this is a prayer and this works. The same when you sit on the piano and you do your practice and you know, I start now and at the end I will get a beautiful song. I know this. I know the whole process. When I'm practicing the piano at the end, I will play beautiful the song. And the same goes with your prayer. When you make the whole process in the right mindset, then you start the prayer, you make it as long as you get the final result, and you know it in advance that you will get the final result. There's no doubt. Isn't this beautiful? Once again, you learned another perspective. Thank you very much for watching. And on my channel, the archive is growing. So much good videos is already there. Enjoy.